Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the games you love. Today we're tackling Marvel Rivals, the game that's got everyone talking and has brought some serious life back into the hero shooter genre. If you've ever wanted to take control of your favorite Marvel heroes or villains and duke it out in epic team battles, this game's got you covered. From smashing through enemies as a tanky vanguard to dishing out damage as a DPS duelist, or even keeping the squad alive as a healing strategist, there's a role for everyone. But let's face it, surviving the chaos is half the battle, right? So, if you're like me and you'd rather stay in the fight a little longer, you're probably wondering, who's the tankiest of them all? Well, today, we're ranking the characters with the most health in Marvel Rivals. This is all about their base stats. No ultimate abilities or buffs, just raw, unfiltered survivability. Of course, we'll sprinkle in a few notes about ultimates that can bump up their health, but the focus is on who's naturally built like a brick wall. Let's dive in and see who's got the best shot at soaking up all that damage while still standing strong. I'm quickly moving on to the video. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. You know what's wild? In Marvel Rivals, some strategists have more health than the DPS characters. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. I mean, when you think strategist, you probably picture someone squishy, hanging back and planning the next move, right? But nope. Mantis is here to flip that stereotype on its head, and she's doing it with style. This empathetic queen from Guardians of the Galaxy starts with a base health of 275. That's already beefier than some DPS heroes. But here's where it gets even better. Her ultimate, Soul Resurgence, isn't just a game changer, it's a lifeline. This ability cranks her health up to an impressive 525. Yep, you heard me right. While your enemies are scratching their heads wondering why she's still standing, Mantis is busy healing her squad and staying in the fight. Talk about multitasking. What really makes her special, though, is how she thrives as a team player. Stick with your crew, and Mantis becomes the ultimate support tank hybrid. Shields? Check. Heals? Double check. Surprising durability for her role? Oh, you better believe it. So, if you're tired of strategists getting knocked out in 2 hits, maybe it's time to let Mantis show them how it's done. Here's something you might not have expected. A K-pop artist wielding snow powers as one of the tankiest strategists in Marvel Rivals. That's right, we're talking about Luna Snow, a character who isn't just about style and rhythm, but also brings serious survivability to the battlefield. With a base health of 275 and a whopping 525 health when her ultimate ability, Fate of Both Worlds, kicks in, Luna is the perfect pick if you want a strategist who can stay in the fight longer than most. Now, Luna Snow isn't just about tanking hits, she's also a team player. Her ultimate doesn't just slap on a massive shield for herself, it also heals or speeds up your allies, making her invaluable in those nail-biting moments when everyone's hanging by a thread. Picture this, you're mid-match and your team is on the verge of collapse. Luna swoops in with Fate of Both Worlds, gives everyone a boost, and shields herself so she can keep dishing out support. It's like having a snowstorm-powered lifeline on your side. And let's not ignore the vibes she brings to the game. Luna Snow is more than just stats and abilities. She's got personality. Playing her feels like you've recruited a K-pop star who moonlights as a superhero strategist. She's comparable to Mantis in how her ultimate boosts her survivability, but Luna's shields make her even more reliable for those longer, grinded-out matches. So, if you're looking for a character who can keep the cool factor while staying alive, Luna's your girl. Alright, let's talk about one of the absolute tanks of Marvel Rivals, the guy who takes tough as nails to a whole new level, Wolverine. Seriously, this X-Men legend isn't just here to look cool, though let's be real, he does that effortlessly. With a whopping 300 base health, Logan is packing more durability than most duelists can even dream of. No fancy ultimate needed, this guy starts strong and stays strong. Now sure, both Mantis and Luna Snow can surpass his health stats when they pop their ultimates, but here's the kicker, Wolverine doesn't need a boost to keep up. He's built for those high-risk, high-reward plays. His gameplay is all about lunging right into the fray, slashing enemies to pieces with those iconic claws. And when his rage kicks in, oh, it's game over for anyone in his path. Of course, all this up-close and personal action means he's constantly putting himself in danger. But that's Wolverine for you. All guts, all glory. What's wild though is that his ultimate doesn't actually touch his health. You'd think they'd throw in some kind of super healing or shield to match his reputation, but nope. Still, with that base health and his natural aggression, he doesn't exactly need it. Wolverine's all about diving in, taking the hits, and dishing out even more. Honestly, if you're into duelists that scream, "Bring it on," Wolverine is your guy. Alright, let's talk about one of the most durable and downright majestic heroes in Marvel Rivals, Black Panther. This guy isn't just here to scratch the surface of the action. He's diving claws first into the chaos, and trust me, he's built for it. With a whopping 300 health, T'Challa is one of the tankiest duelists in the game. That's the kind of durability that makes your enemies think twice before engaging. But don't mistake him for just a damage sponge. He's dishing out punishment just as well as he takes it. Now, if you've played Wolverine, you'll feel right at home with Black Panther. Both rely on getting up close and personal, which means you're going to be dancing in and out of melee range a lot. But here's the edge. Black Panther's higher health pool lets you be a bit more aggressive. You can take a few hits while closing the gap, and once you're in, it's all about slicing and dicing your way through stray opponents. He thrives when enemies wander too far from their team. Isolating them feels like handing the King of Wakanda an easy meal. And let's not forget the sheer fun of playing him. Sure, his ultimate doesn't add any fancy health boosts, but who needs that when you're already built like a vibranium wall? The key to dominating with T'Challa is patience. Wait for those overconfident players to drift off, swoop in, and remind them why Wakanda reigns supreme. Whether you're chasing down stragglers or holding the line for your team, Black Panther isn't just a choice, he's a statement. Alright, so let's talk about something that might blow your mind a little. Thor, the mighty god of thunder, isn't exactly mighty when it comes to health in Marvel Rivals. Yeah, you heard that right. Thor has the lowest health of all the vanguards. But before you start worrying about him getting knocked out in 2 hits, let's break it down. He's rocking 600 hit points, which is still pretty solid. He's not a glass cannon, but he's definitely not a brick wall either. Now, here's the fun part. Despite being the baby tank of the Vanguard class, Thor's role is still all about soaking up hits and keeping the pressure off your duelists. The key is using his abilities to stay mobile and keep enemies focused on him without getting overwhelmed. It's like playing chicken with the enemy team, getting them to commit while you hold your ground just long enough for your teammates to swoop in with the big damage. Honestly, it's a high-risk, high-reward playstyle, and when it works, it feels so satisfying. But let's be real, if you're picking Thor, you're probably not here to play it safe. He's the kind of character that thrives on aggression and style. You're not just surviving, you're making a statement. Sure, he doesn't have Hulk-level durability, but who needs it when you've got the swagger of a god? So get in there, swing that hammer like your life depends on it, because it kind of does, and show everyone that Thor's not just about health, he's about heart. Alright, here's the deal. If you're looking for a tanky character in Marvel Rivals, Magneto is basically your go-to fortress on legs. This guy doesn't just have health, he's got 650 massive hit points to his name, which, yeah, is 50 more than Thor. But the health is just the beginning. Magneto also comes packing shields like he's gearing up for an intergalactic war. This dude is built to soak up damage and keep your team alive while dishing out punishment. Let's break it down. Magneto's got this sleek rectangular shield that he can whip out and hold right in front of him. Think of it as a portable wall that blocks incoming damage, not just for him, but for anyone smart enough to stand behind him. So, if you're the type who hates getting sniped or ambushed, Magneto's shield is basically your best friend. Plus, it's perfect for protecting his beefy 650 health, which is obviously the real prize here. But wait, there's more. Magneto doesn't stop at one shield. Oh no, he also has this bubble shield that he can pop onto himself or a teammate. The best part? It lets you keep attacking while still limiting how much damage you take. So, whether you're diving into the fray or keeping a squishy ally alive, Magneto's shields make sure you've always got the upper hand. Honestly, if you're not playing him yet, you're seriously missing out on one of the most unkillable characters in the game. Oh, you're going to love this one. Doctor Strange as a Vanguard. Yep, you heard that right. The Sorcerer Supreme, the man who bends reality and time itself, has stepped into Marvel Rivals not as a spell-slinging mage, but as a shield-toting protector. And trust me, it's as cool as it sounds. Doctor Strange doesn't just throw up any ordinary shield, he conjures a magical barrier that feels like it's straight out of the Dark Dimension. What makes this shield so incredible is its sheer resilience. It doesn't just cover him, it extends to his teammates, creating this magical force field that screams, "Not today." Think of it as bonus health that's ready to soak up hit after hit. The best part? You can keep this thing active for what feels like ages, letting you turn the tide of battle while opponents desperately chip away at it. And let's not forget, this isn't some throwaway ability. It's what makes Doctor Strange one of the best health-centric vanguards in the game. Pair his high durability with his shield, and you've got a guy who can stand toe-to-toe with anyone while keeping the squad safe. It's such a fun, unexpected take on a character we know for magic, and honestly, it works. Alright, let's talk about the unsung hero of durability in Marvel Rivals, our star-spangled vanguard Captain America. Now, don't roll your eyes just yet. Sure, he's not exactly topping the flashy power charts, but this guy has one ultimate trick up his sleeve that can flip the battlefield in your favor faster than you can say, Freedom Charge. Here's the deal. Cap starts off with a respectable 650 health. It's the standard for most Vanguard characters, nothing to write home about. But let's be real, his shield game isn't winning any awards. Compared to some of the other shielded Vanguards, his might feel like more of a frisbee than a fortress. But, and this is a big but, his Freedom Charge ultimate changes everything. The second he activates it, his health skyrockets from 650 to 900. Yeah, that's a massive bump, letting him lead the charge into enemy lines without melting like a popsicle under pressure. But wait, it gets even better. Freedom Charge isn't just a selfish health boost. Nope, Captain America isn't about that solo glory. He throws some love to his teammates too, shielding everyone around him. Suddenly, it's not just Cap charging in, it's your whole squad, fortified and ready to turn the tide. If you're not using him to rally the troops, you're missing out on one of the best Vanguard support plays in the game. If you're looking for a tanky character that can really take a beating and keep on fighting, let me introduce you to Penny Parker. This girl might look like she's all about quick web swinging action, but don't let her cute design fool you. She's a force to be reckoned with when it comes to health. With 650 base health, Penny's already in the higher health tier for a Vanguard character, but what makes her even scarier is her ultimate ability, Spider Sweeper. Once you activate it, she starts firing webs and mines at lightning speed, and here's the kicker. Her health skyrockets all the way up to 1200 thanks to a hefty shield boost. This isn't just some small buff, it's like turning her into a full-on juggernaut. The real beauty of Penny's health mechanics is that she can survive longer than you'd think, even in the heat of battle. Sure, it's still possible for her to go down, but it's going to take some serious firepower from the enemy team to melt through all that extra health and shield. And the best part? You don't even need to be in Spider Sweeper mode to start building up her defenses. When she's standing within her web, not only is she healing, but she's also getting a little extra shield to keep her standing tall. So, if you're a fan of characters who can take hits, dish out damage, and keep the pressure on while staying alive, Penny Parker is definitely someone you want on your team. Between her passive healing, her extra shield, and her ultimate that makes her nearly invincible, she's an absolute nightmare for enemies who think they can take her down. Trust me, if you're playing against her, you'll want to focus fire, because this girl just doesn't go down easily. Alright, let's talk about the powerhouse that is Venom, who might just have the most insane health in Marvel Rivals, without needing any gimmicks to back it up. This guy doesn't rely on ultimates to boost his health. No, he's already packing a hefty 800 base health right out of the gate. If you like to play a tanky character who can dive right into the thick of things, Venom's your guy. He's built to take hits and keep coming back for more, making him a solid choice for any player who wants to get up close and personal without worrying too much about their health bar. What really makes Venom stand out, though, isn't just his ridiculous base health, but the fact that he has a built-in shield. This means that not only is he hard to take down, but he can also shrug off a chunk of the damage that does come his way. Imagine charging into battle, throwing punches left and right, and still having the confidence to take a few hits because you've got that extra protection. The shield might not be game-changing on its own, but it gives you that little bit of breathing room when you're deep in enemy territory. If you've ever played as Venom, you know that the real magic happens when you're in the heat of battle, right up close to your opponents. With all that health in the shield, you can push forward aggressively, forcing enemies to deal with you while you dish out damage without hesitation. No need to stay back and play it safe. Venom's all about being in the action. So, if you're looking for a character who can tank damage and still throw down, Venom's one of the top picks in Marvel Rivals. And trust me, he's going to be a headache for anyone trying to take you down. Let's talk about the big guy himself, Hulk. Now, you might think Bruce Banner is the weak link here, but trust me, when you switch to Hero Hulk, that's when the real fun begins. You've got 800 health to work with, and while that's already pretty beefy, things get really interesting when you push past the point of no return. If you're getting low on health and your enemies are closing in, don't worry. Bruce isn't the end of the line. Instead of dying, you'll get to experience the madness of transforming into Monster Hulk, and that's when things get wild. Monster Hulk comes with a whopping 1550 health, making him nearly unstoppable. Think of it as a temporary power boost that can turn the tide of any battle. But, and it's a big but, you can't stay in this monstrous form forever. The ultimate transformation is a one-time show, so use it wisely. With that much health and raw power, you'll become a force to be reckoned with, rampaging through the battlefield and leaving enemies in the dust. But remember, once the clock's up, it's back to Bruce, and you're back to being the scrawny guy with 200 health. So, if you're diving into Marvel Rivals and looking for a character with the most health, Hulk's your guy. Bruce might start weak, but as Hero Hulk and especially as Monster Hulk, he becomes an absolute powerhouse. Whether you're smashing through the opposition or just trying to survive as Bruce, the journey is full of excitement. Just remember to keep an eye on that health bar, because the difference between Bruce and Hulk is huge. Alright, let's talk about the real tank of Marvel Rivals, none other than Groot. This tree isn't just about looking cute, he's got insane base health. 850 to be exact. If you're looking for a character who can take hit after hit without even flinching, Groot's your guy. He's the ultimate wall that stands tall, taking on damage while keeping the rest of your team safe. But wait, there's more. Groot isn't just sitting there, taking punches for fun. No, he can actually create barriers that protect him from incoming attacks. And it doesn't stop there. He's got some backup in the form of Jeff the Landshark and Rocket Raccoon. These two might not have the best health stats, but when they're riding on Groot's back, they're well protected, and Groot's still out there being the indestructible beast we all know him to be. So, if you're ever feeling like your team needs a solid defender who can literally take a beating, Groot's the one you want in your corner. With his massive health pool and ability to shield and support his allies, he's a powerhouse you don't want to overlook. Seriously, try taking him out. Groot's got more stamina than most. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.